Hello guys, it's me Bryn from Jaxtina English and welcome to another video on pronunciation. Today we're going to be going through all of the consonant sounds in the IPA. If you haven't seen my first video, which covered all of the vowel sounds, you can watch it right here. Just like in that video, I'm going to be explaining these sounds in pairs and also give you some words to practice at the same time. So let's get started. Okay, so you're going to hear me use two terms a lot, and that is voiceless and voiced. And this is because many sounds are produced the same way with your mouth, but require a different action with your throat. So let's talk about voiceless sounds. This is only going to require you to push air from the back of your throat and out of your mouth. It will have no vibration coming from here. And voiced sounds, these are going to require you to vibrate the air coming straight from the back of your throat. Okay, so our first two consonant sounds are P and B. P and B. And now they are made in the same way, but P, the first one there, is voiceless, and the latter, B, is voiced. So you put your middle finger in front of your throat, and you can feel your throat vibrate while you make the B sound, but not for P. So to make these sounds, have your jaw separated and your tongue relaxed, your lips closed, and then push air against your lips and release it. Let's have some example words here. So listen carefully and repeat after me. Pat, bat, pat, bat. Park and bark, park, bark. Pear, bear, pear, bear. Okay, our next two sounds are T and D. So again, these two sounds are made in the same way, but the former is voiceless and the latter is voiced. So you might actually be familiar with these sounds already because they do exist in the Vietnamese language. And to make these sounds, have your mouth slightly parted, your lips open, and then press your tongue up against the roof of your mouth behind your teeth, and then push air against your tongue and release it. So let's have some examples. Time and dime. Time, dime. Train, drain. Train, drain. To, do. To and do. Okay, next up we have F and V. F and V. Hopefully you're seeing a pattern by now, as the former, in this case, is voiceless and the latter is voiced. So you should be familiar with these sounds as well, hopefully, because they are also present in Vietnamese. To make these sounds, what you will need to do is pinch your bottom lip with the top row of teeth and then push air through your teeth and release your lip. And V. So some examples: fan and van. Fan, van. Ferry, very. Ferry, very. Leaf, leave. Leaf, leave. Okay. Next, we have S and Z. S and Z. They are made in the same way. But one, the former is voiceless and the former is voiced. So, to make this sound, have your mouth slightly parted, place your tongue almost touching the roof of your mouth behind your teeth, and then push air through the gap between the tongue and roof of the mouth. Okay, so some examples. Kiss, miss, sick, pizza, zebra, eyes. Okay, the next two, as you might have guessed, are voiceless and voiced. It is sh and ja. Sh and ja. Now these two can be a little bit tricky, but the best way to imagine doing them for yourself is to pretend you're telling someone to shut up. Shh. Okay? So what you need to do is place your lips outwards into a circle in front of your teeth, which should be slightly parted, and then push air through your teeth out of the circle. So, some example words. She, shark, education, information, and television, confusion, measure. Okay, the next two consonants you should also be familiar with. They are k and g. K and g. Once again, the former is voiceless and the latter is voiced. So to make these sounds, have your mouth open and the back of your tongue touching the roof of your mouth. And then you want to push air against your tongue and then release it. Okay, so some examples. Came and game. Came, game. Card, guard. Card, guard. Cap, gap. Cap and gap. Okay, so these next two sounds may be the hardest to master as they don't occur in the Vietnamese language, and I frequently hear my students making mistakes when trying to pronounce them. They are th and th and th. So once again, it's another pairing where the former is voiceless and the latter is voiced. So to make these sounds, what you need to do is you need to train yourself to stick your tongue between your teeth like this. And don't be afraid to get it out as far as possible like this. And after that, all you need to do is push air along your tongue and through your teeth. Okay, so some examples. Think, think, thing, thing. Birthday, birthday. Okay. And bathe, bathe. Weather, weather. Mother, mother. Okay, so our last pair is ch and ja. Ch and ja. With the former being voiced and the latter voiceless. So to make these sounds, you need to stick your lips forward into a circle and have your teeth separated but overlapping each other, and the tip of your tongue touching the roof of your mouth behind your teeth, and then push air against your tongue and drop your jaw, release your tongue. So, cha and ja. So, examples. Choke, joke. Choke, joke. Batch, batch. Badge, badge. Rich, ridge, rich, ridge. Okay, so the next two, while they are paired because of their similarity, they are both voiced. So expect vibration from both of these. They are la and ra. La, ra. Okay, to make la, have your mouth open and the top of your tongue against the roof of your mouth behind your teeth. Then vibrate the air against your tongue and release. La, la. Okay, almost as if the air is coming through the sides. So some examples for that: letter, letter, lucky, lucky, tall, tall. To make r, place your lips outwards and in a circle with your teeth behind and slightly parted. Your tongue needs to be away from your teeth and slightly curled upwards, but not touching the roof of your mouth. And then vibrate the air through your mouth. Some examples: roof, rocket, row, roof, rocket, row. Okay, so the following sounds are special because they are all voiced, but are made by pushing air through both your mouth and your nose, giving them the name nasals. They are m, n, and ng. M, n, ng. So to admit the first one, m, have your mouth open but your lips closed, and then your tongue relaxed, and vibrate the air as it goes against your lips and through your nose at the same time. M, m. Some examples: mother, time, farm. Okay, now for n, have your mouth and lips open with the tip of your tongue against the roof of your mouth, and then again vibrate the air as it goes through your mouth and nose at the same time. N. Some examples: noise, ton, and fun. Finally is ng, ng. So this is made with an open mouth and lips and the very back of your tongue against the roof of your mouth. Push the air against it and then release. Okay? Ng. Examples: song, song, tongue, tongue, hungry, hungry. Our final three sounds are h, w, and y. H, w, y. These are all actually fairly different sounds, but they're the last three, so we'll be doing them all together. So the first one, h, is a very quiet sound. It is voiceless, so no vibration from here, and is made with your mouth wide open and no obstruction of the air, but your tongue slightly raised at the back as you push the air out from your throat. Some examples: hot, hello, him. Hot, hello, him. Okay, the next one, wa, wa, is made with an open mouth and your lips placed into a fairly tight circle, and have the tip of your tongue touching your teeth but brought down in the middle of your mouth, so slightly curled. Then vibrate the air as you push it out of your lips. Wah, wah. Some examples for you: why, want, weak. Why, want, weak. So this one is made by having an open mouth and the middle and back of your tongue very close to the roof of your mouth, and then vibrating the air as it passes between that gap. Ya. Some examples: your, yes, yellow. Your, yes, yellow. Okay, that's all from this video. Please remember to like it if you found it useful, share it with your friends, and then subscribe to our Jaxtina English channel as we release new videos every week. If you'd like to see the first part of my IPA pronunciation, you can please click this link over here. So, thank you, bye bye.